Okay, back to Unit 3 test review. Number 7, we have somebody who's trick-or-treating. Who's going trick-or-treating? Me. Oh, I am. While I am out at Halloween, I get 3 pieces of candy per house that I go trick-or-treating at. At the end of the night, I stole 37 pieces of candy from my little brother's bag. Write an equation showing how much candy I ended up with as a function of how many houses I visited. So, this as a function of is our keyword here. That tells me y is a function of x. So x is how many houses I visited, y is what I ended up with. So, y equals 3 pieces per house. That's indicating that that's the slope. 3 per house. Plus, I stole 37 pieces from my little brother. That is my equation. B, is 175 a reasonable range value for the above situation? Why or why not? Range is not mean, median, mode, and range. That's elementary school. Domain and range, that is your output. Remember, Dr. XY lost his ID. Range is your Y value. That's your dependent variable. So, we are basically being asked, is this a reasonable output? Is it a reasonable Y value? So, to figure that out, we need to plug it in. I need to figure out how many houses do I need to go to in order to get 175 pieces of candy. So, 175 equals 3x plus 37. Solve for x. I'm hoping you can solve for x there. Subtract 37 from both sides. Divide by 3, and you get 46. So, x is 46. That is the amount of houses I visited. So, is 46 a reasonable amount of houses to go to? I would say yes. Now, if I'd gotten a decimal, that would be a no. I couldn't go to 46.2 houses, but I can go to 46. That's a lot of houses, but it's still possible. So yes, because, ooh, that's terrible handwriting. I could go to 46 houses. C, is the function above a direct variation? Explain why or why not. Direct variation, we know a couple things about that. I know that that has to be an equation like y equals kx. I know it has to be a straight line through the origin. In this situation, I know it does not go through the origin. It is not in the form y equals kx because I have this plus b right here, this plus 37. So it is not a direct variation. So I'm going to say no because it has a y-intercept of 37. There's a couple other reasons there. You could say it's not in the form y equals kx. You could say it does not go through the origin. There's several different correct answers there. Number 8, the amount of calories in a piece of cake varies directly with the size of the cake. A 6-ounce slice has 350 calories in it. So, again, varies directly with. That's important because that tells me y varies calories. Y varies directly with x, size of the cake. I need to find k. K is equal to y over x. So in this scenario, that would be calories over ounces. So calories per ounce. 350 over 6. I don't have a calculator. I'm not prepared. I think I can pause it. Hang on. All right, we're back. Yes, 350 divided by 6. That's my y over x. That comes out to be 58.3. That is my k. That's the slope of this situation. 58.3. And that is actually the calories per ounce. So, equation. Y equals kx. K I just found is 58.3 x. That's my equation. Now, a 10-ounce slice of cake is equal to how many calories? Well, the size, that's my x. So I'm just going to plug that in for x right there. I'm going to say 58.3 times 10. And I get 583 calories for a 10-ounce slice of cake. Moving on. Number 9, which of the following tables is a direct variation? And more importantly, how do you know? Direct variation in a table. We have to check k. All of the k's have to be the same. What I mean by that is, we just know from the last problem, k is y over x. So this is like my y, this is my x. So I need to check y over x. 65 over 10 reduces to 13 over 2. Check the next one. 130 over 20 reduces to 13 over 2. 180 over 30 reduces to 6. That is not the same. That is not a direct variation. Check it again for each one. We just need to check y over x and y over x. Kind of a shortcut. For this table here, I see that this y over x is 80 over 20. That's an easy one because I know that that's 4. All of them have to be 4 if that is a direct variation. 35 over 10 is not 4. So, not a direct variation. 40 over 10. That is, again, that's 4. 80 over 20. That's 4. 110 over 30. That is not equal to 4. That's a not equal to crossed out. Well, there, crossed out, not 4. That's not 4. That can't be a direct variation, which means it has to be J. But let's just check it out to make sure. 45 over 10 is equal to 9 over 2. 90 over 20, I'm not going to do it in my head. That's 9 over 2. 135 over 30. Type that in your calculator. 9 over 2. 180 over 40 is 9 over 2. So all of these are 9 over 2. That means J is a direct variation. So my answer is going to be yes. All y over x's equal 9 over 2. You could also say all the k's are the same. There's a couple different ways you could word that. All y over x's are 9 over 2 is what I said. I'm abbreviating a little bit, but you get the idea. 9 minutes. All right, number 10. Okay. What are we doing? I didn't read the problem. Finding the equation. What is the equation of the following graphs? So, hopefully we know that a up and down line has a slope of undefined. I know an undefined, well, okay, slope is undefined. The y-intercept. Y-intercept, it does not cross the y-axis ever. So we have no slope, we have no y-intercept. That means it cannot be written in the form y equals mx plus b. We don't have an m and we don't have a b. So, can't be like that. A vertical line has to be in the form of x equals 1, 2, 3, 4. There's your equation. Number 11, similar, but a little bit different. I know a horizontal line has a slope of 0. Now, you guys always want to treat 0 differently than any other slope. 0 is a normal slope. I can have mx plus b with a 0 slope. My m is just 0. My b is still my normal y-intercept. It crosses at negative 1, 2, 3. Now, I don't want to leave it like this right here. That is not simplified. 0 times x is nothing, 0. So I'm going to simplify that and say y equals negative 3. There's my answer there. And then number 12, that's an easy one. That's just normal. My m is rise over run. I need to find 2 points. I got 1 there, and it looks like 1 there. Count your rise, count your run. That's 1/2. So y equals 1/2 x plus y-intercept. It crosses the y-axis right there at negative 3. So 1/2 x minus 3. Number 13. Last two. Okay, Caleb's starting a new diet in order to lose weight. The equation y equals 225 minus 5x can be used to calculate y, his weight, as a function of x, the number of weeks since he started his diet. What does the y-intercept in this function represent? So, hopefully all the real-world equations we looked at last week in that project help you guys with this one. The intercept, y-intercept, is 225. If I look at this equation, that's my starting point. That's what a y-intercept is. That's where he is starting at. That is his starting weight. What does the slope in this function represent? My slope here is negative 5. If every x, which is weeks, I have a negative 5, that means his weight is going down 5 every week. So the slope represents that he is losing 5 pounds per week. And after 6 weeks, what will his weight be? Well, the number of weeks is x. So I'm going to take the equation, y equals 225 minus 5x, and plug in a 6. 225 minus 30 is 195 pounds. I don't know if that's a healthy amount of weight to lose in 6 weeks, but whatever. Good for you, Caleb. Caleb's brother is starting a different diet. 2 weeks after starting his diet, he weighed 190 pounds. 5 weeks after starting, he weighed 166 pounds. At what rate is he losing weight? Rate is another name for slope. So I'm finding the slope of this situation. I also know that rate is, referring back to up here, it's how much he's losing per week. So I need to figure out the pounds per week. I'm going to think of this algebraically. I'm going to do the ordered pair. 2 weeks, comma 190 pounds. 5 weeks, comma 166. And I'm going to find the slope. Y minus y. 190 minus 166 over 5 minus 2. That gives me 24 over 3, which is, I'm running out of time and I'm running out of room. Let's go over here. We have 8 pounds per week. There is my rate. That is my slope. We are done. I have 5 seconds till the video cuts me off because I only have 15 minutes. So Good luck. I'll see you guys tomorrow.